actually being present, being present in the situation.
Yeah, that's a better way. Of course, like, I don't care about nobody posting and stuff like that. I'm not big on the social media tip myself.
Neither am I.
Because again, like, I don't need to post every single thing about my you stupid about my life at the moment or whatnot. But again, though, like, both parties need to be there because, like,
they're here because of me.
Need to be engaged or whatnot.
You guys, and like all the times we've spent together, you guys are so good at just like being with us, if that makes sense. Like if we play video games or like whatever it is, you'll both like, okay, yeah, I'm down for it. Even if it's a random ass board game, like you guys are both like, okay, wait, teach me this again. And like we'll play.
That cow rooster.
No, forget that. I want to go back to the water balloon fight because I came over here intending on not even like participating in that shit. I'm not gonna lie. Because I told her in text I wasn't gonna participate in that shit. Like,
okay, so what he's talking about is during the summertime, she has had a whole bunch of water balloons, water guns, all of this, and I told him about it, and he was down to come over, but he was like, I'm not doing that water balloon stuff, like no. And I had an extra pair of clothes because I knew that I was gonna do it, and he was just gonna sit back, whatever. We were gonna, her, and her significant other was just gonna be outside, whatever. We started out with just like playing, what is it, the little monkey game with the football. It was like throwing the football and stuff, monkey in the middle, and we were just throwing the football and stuff like that. And then she brings the water stuff out, and literally it just broke out.
Listen, I remember,
and all of us, to the point that
it being a blur.
We were soaked, and we had to go to the store to get him extra clothes because I was prepared because I knew that I was gonna get wet. He wasn't trying to, but he also joined in, like,
the spur of the moment type in there,
and it was fun
with everything, like for dinners or like when we go out to lunch or whatever, we talk. When we went to the club, which we don't do a lot, but like when we do, we're all dancing, we're all talking, like nobody's just kind of like sitting there and like like, you know, doing their thing. VR, like we went to play this VR game, like we all got really into it, like everything we do, like we're really into each other. And even like, I know you, I've known you for a long time now. She's not on her phone or like she's not like, you know, just like smiling. Like we're actually having fun in that moment. So like you guys are really good about like quality time and like actually making you feel like we want to do.
And that's the best thing to it because we want to make you feel like we want to be around your ass. Because if I didn't, trust me, I wouldn't be around you. And that's on God. But I'm saying though, that's the whole key to a friendship, relationship. It don't matter, like, because you can sense when somebody don't want to be around you, especially when you in a relationship with them. You can sense it like that, and it's like, okay, well, there's a door. Right. They don't want to be here. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay, and with that being said, do you, since you're the one in a relationship, do you think that his love language and your love language mash well?
You see, that's a good question. So I would say, in my opinion, like obviously he's not here to attest to what he thinks is or is not his love language. We actually talked about this today because I mentioned in the video. And we started talking about like horoscopes, and I was just like, I'm very like a sensitive brat, like I'm stubborn basically. And like I said, I'm very much Dutcher, which he is a cuddle hug. Like he cuddles anytime, and I love it so much. Like when we're sleeping, like it doesn't matter if it's 1,000 degrees outside or 5 degrees outside, like we'll cuddle.
Man, y'all do it too much.
No, like I'm not excusing. Like he is a very big like physical touch person, and I live for it. Like I love it so much. He's a very big gift giver too. Like even if I say I like something, I'll forget about it for like 4 months. Next thing you know, okay, continue.
It shut off on us. Round 2.
No, but basically like he has a Facebook, I don't. So I know people just randomly scroll on Facebook and they'll like look through the memes or they'll like look through the thing. I don't. So like if we're watching a show and I watch way too many shows, like, and I'm so interested, I'll be like looking at him like, I watch it. This is good for it. Did you see it? Okay, no, I'll rewind it if I see him on his phone like that. Because he doesn't know, like, watching a show together and not having him scroll through Facebook is, like, the one thing that I look forward if I'm coming home from a long day. And I'm just like, okay, this is exactly what I want. I just want to take a shower, lay with you, watch this movie. And he'll be like, yeah. He's just chilling on his phone. And I know he doesn't do it in, like, an aggressive or, like, mean way. It's just like, can we put it down, please? Or, like, even me sometimes, I'm, like, on TikTok. when I shouldn't be, or like a long drive, for instance, because I'm usually like a passenger princess. Like I hate driving now because I drove my whole life. I'm over it. But he'll drive and I'm like on TikTok, and then I'll be like, oh wait a minute, and I'll shut it off so I can like talk to him or like help him with the drive, just like make him not feel tired or something like that. But other than that, I feel like our love languages pretty much match well with each other.
It's just funny enough, she does the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'll have to like that or fall asleep. No,
Yeah,
I only fell asleep
You don't
once.
really be on like anything like that without, cause I do all the driving and shit.
Right.
Yeah,
But, like,
I don't like driving.
No.
But I peep that.
He
though.
loves driving, so like, and that's another thing. It's just like different, like
But that can
you
also
know
be
your
like
person.
acts of service. Like it's
Right.
like a little thing. Like you could technically be on your phone, you're not driving, but like in order to like, cause you know like they're tired, or you know that like maybe they're bored with the music that they're listening to, or the radio, or whatever.
I'll be bumping that
He controls everything. Like
shit.
it's his music.
Hey,
like,
you stupid.
but it's the simple fact that like he knows me well enough to know that I don't like driving.
Yeah.
So and he likes driving. So he drives
I
everywhere.
drive everywhere.
He basically drives everywhere.
I drive anything too.
So like it will be rare occasions that he'll be like, you're driving. Rare. And when I say rare, it was when he was working as a driver, so he was already driving all day, and he's like, I'm tired of this.
Yeah.
You do it now. Like, I don't want to do it anymore. I did it all day.
Mhm.
And I'm like, okay. Like, I'm not gonna make you do it. You just did it all day. Like, I feel that. But other
But
than that,
then that same day, didn't I drive home?
you
Like-
did.
Did I fucking drive home that day?
You
What
did.
you talking about?
But
No, I remember that day too. And I was like, no, you finna drive this shit.
Yeah,
Nah,
but
I'm
I
going
drove
for that.
wherever we went, but he was okay driving back.
Right.
But at the same time, he knows me well enough to know that, like, I don't like driving.
Right.
He drove here, and he's gonna be driving back
And
and
that's
take his car.
And that's an act of like service too, though.
Yeah.
That's exactly what
Because like I know that you don't like to drive and shit, so I was just like, okay, like, cause I could like actually make you drive more than you don't. Like, oh Christ, oh God, but I don't though.
And they had like the brownie.
Yeah, the bone, yeah.
So I ate a little bit of the brownie because I didn't creep in my nose my first time, and I was like, I'm not gonna, not remember
whole
one of those.
Our 2 top love languages, since you're here.
Remember I talked about them when we were walking back from the cafe.
Yes. Physical touch.
There's 2 more that I forgot. Where are we?
Physical touch, word
Quality.
of affirmation,
Gift
quality
giving,
time,
gift giving.
gift giving.
Yeah.
And
Maybe some gift giving.
I don't know sex. Oh no, sorry, that's not one.
No,
But I don't do gift giving for that reason.
What reason?
I don't know how it works. Yeah.
Gift giving, you just like, if you see something, you think of me, and then you just get it. Or like I told them the story about the little necklace, the flower necklace. Yeah, like stuff like that. Like I'll mention one time randomly I like something, and then you'll go out of your way to get it for me, and I wouldn't even know about it.
I mean, it's all about what makes you feel good after doing that, though. Like,
Yeah.
do you feel good after doing that?
Yes.
Okay, then, all right, then you good then.
Okay.
I mean, that's all about. No, for real, that's what it's all about. Like, if you feel good after giving her something, like, then it's straight.
This is
I wanted to ask you guys, like, what if a person has a love language that is not able, or not that you're not able to, but that it's really hard for you to like communicate with? So like, let's say let's just, for example, someone really needs to be told I love you every 5 seconds, but you're not really like that type of person to be like, hey, just so you know, you're my favorite person on earth, I love you more. Like you're just not into that. Or like, if the person really needs to be hugged every 5 minutes, or like just touched or whatever like that, like and you're not really like a PDA expression person. Like, how do you deal with that? Is it easy for you guys to manipulate your love languages to match theirs? Because in the world of relationships, it's very, very hard to like be with someone whose love language is very hard to reciprocate, or for you to give them back that. If it's like what they need and you just can't give it back. Because I've had that issue a lot, and it was just not worth it for me. It was just like, it was just so frustrating.
You want to go first?
Yeah. I mean, in my previous relationship, I didn't have. I don't know what I would do, because in my previous relationship, I didn't have an issue with that. Like,
Ooh, excuse me.
he was very much so. He was word of affirmation. Like, he made sure that like I felt beautiful even when I didn't. Like, he made sure to say it to me and stuff like that. And then at the same time, like, I could respect the fact that he was very much like him in the fact of like he likes quality time. Like, he wanted it doesn't matter. Like,
Musa, be quiet.
excuse her man being in the background in the kitchen, but like quality time was a thing. Like, we can just, it was like, okay, come to the crib. Would you like to join?
Yes.
He said
Okay.
yes. It's for me.
You guys want me in?
It doesn't matter. I don't care. But at the same time, like, quality time was a big thing. So like, we could easily just like go to the movies. Like, okay, let's go to movies and then Chili's.
Yeah.
Cool. Like, and I was down with that because why not? Like, I want to spend time with you. You're my man. Like, of course I want to spend time with you. So like, to have, I don't know, like, if I had a person who like did not want to touch me, I don't know how to feel about that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, cause that is like the key thing about me. Like,
That you need.
I
Mhm.
need physical touch. Like, I need it.
But what if you knew that that person wasn't like able to express their love in that way, but they still like did whatever else, like the words of affirmation, they still told you like you're beautiful, but they weren't able to just like,
Just
yeah, like is that like a deal breaker? Is that something you can kind of like learn to live with? Is that
I would try my hardest to learn to. If I truly love the person, I'm gonna try and learn how to live with it, because I love them. Like, I want to be with them. So if I have to work around what they're comfortable with, I'm gonna try and do that. If it gets to the point where they become extremely distant, like they don't want to touch me at all, now I'm gonna be thinking like, do you just not like me?
Mhm.
Like, I feel like in a relationship is gonna be some type of touch, like no matter what. I might just need a little bit more touch, but like it's gonna be some type of touch. And if you're not doing nothing, like now it's an issue, because who are you fucking with, or do you just not like me? And then that's when we could go our separate ways.
So I think about it as, I think I go about it a different way. Like, I think I sort of like accommodate. The only ones that I accommodate for are like the physical touch. Of course, like the quality time is my top. So like, if there ain't no quality time, I'm not about to fuck with you. And then what's the other one? The words of
affirmation.
That one. Okay, those three. Like, if my partner is like, okay, I'm a words of value, whatever. I'm a physical touch. Cool. I can give you as much as that as you want. No problem. Got you. The gift giving and what's the other one? Oh, the doing the little things. I can do that too. But the gift giving, like if my partner is like, give me gifts, I'm like, look, I'm gonna hit the door.
Yeah.
Cause you know what I'm saying? I don't really got like, I don't express love like, oh, here's this and here's that. Like, I can express it by quality time, physical touch, and the words or whatnot. But those are the ones that I accommodate for. Like, if one overpowers the other, like if my partner is like always wants to be touched all the time. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna always touch you, but yeah, I touch you though. But I'm not just not gonna do it. Like, it's the same thing. Oh, they need to be, I love you, I love you. I'll tell you I love you as much as you need to hear it, but I'm not about to go overboard with it. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't, then I mean, you don't want to fuck with them. Because it would be weird if like I tell my partner like, yeah, like I'm real into touch, and they don't at least try to like
give you extra hugs,
accommodate for that shit. Like, just, oh, that's not my love language, I don't care. Like, all right, motherfucker, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, I just told you what it was and what would help with it. You know what I'm talking about? And they don't want to accommodate for it. So, shit, accommodation should be one. Shit.
Yeah. You want to answer the question? Like, if somebody had a different love language than you, and it was something that you couldn't easily reciprocate, how would you deal with it? Like, is there one that's a deal breaker? Is there one that, like, you know, it's hard for you? Are you kind of just moldable to, like, all of them? Like,
I mean, I guess most of them are kind of good things, so I can't really.
well, they're all good things. It's just for other people, it's harder for them to do them. Like, some people aren't very touchy. Essence, she doesn't like to be touched all the time from her friends. In a relationship, it's different, you know, because there's two different aspects. But like, you know how like I'm a very big hugger and stuff like that. Like, you know, like if she was like 100% like don't touch me, or you know, I would eventually have to be like, okay, hi, can I give you a hug, or just, you know, like whatever. No, but like, you know,
to modify your, how much modification are you willing to go before you have to like cut?
How much are you going to accommodate for your partner?
Yeah.
I guess at least
friend
halfway.
or like
At least halfway.
her.
I don't know,
but this is how what he said. Like, wait, what did you say? You said, is it bad, or you
I said they're all good anyway.
Yeah. Okay, they're all good anyway. But okay, they're all good, but they can also be bad too. if it's
too
too
much,
if it's too much on one side or whatnot.
And
like,
also, if someone like requires a different love language, but you only know how to express it in one way.
In one way, right? Exactly.